Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. Today, straight out of Italy, I give you the Popeye burger. Let's get going. Before we actually start making this burger, I just want to give you a little background. One of my subscribers who lives in Italy, his name is Alessandro, he emailed me and asked if I would make this burger for him. It's a burger that he actually developed, I guess with the help of a couple of his buddies. And his girlfriend, Elena, really enjoys this burger when he makes it for her. He wanted to make sure that I gave her a big shout out. Hi, Elena. Okay, first comes the burger request, and hopefully the next thing will be a ring. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and make this burger. He wanted to see my interpretation of it, so a lot of it, Alessandro, is going to look familiar to you, but I will be twisting it up a bit, and I'll let you know what I do different, and I'll let you know what he did in the original recipe. Anyway, let's get going. So Alessandro uses ground pork in this burger, so I went ahead and ground up some fresh pork shoulder. Thought that was a good choice. It has a nice amount of fat to it. And I'm going to make this burger, the buns I have are fairly large, I mean as far as diameter, so it's not going to be a real small burger. All right, and that's looking pretty good. Now, before we move on to the next step, let me wash my hands real quick. All right, now Alessandro breads his pork patty, which I think is a killer idea. We're going to do the same. What I have here are some panko breadcrumbs. Now I went ahead and seasoned these with a little kosher salt, little pepper, little powdered onion, little powdered garlic, and a little paprika just to give it a little bit of a kick. First thing I'm going to do is, I have here just one egg that I whisked up. I'm just going to paint on a little bit of this egg here. We're going to go ahead and bread this. All right, that looks pretty good. What I'm going to do now is place this in the refrigerator. I just want to tighten up that pork a little bit, let it kind of firm up. Everything else I'm actually going to be preparing at the grill, so I'll meet you outside. All right, I have the Weber all fired up and ready to go, and before I start cooking, I'm going to explain a few things. I know I'm going to get some questions on this as far as what I'm cooking on. This is the Cray Court cast iron grate system, and it's all modular. This is the 22-inch grate, and it's broken up into quarters, as you can see. Right here I have the grate. Here I have the cast iron skillet, and right here I have two griddles. Basically, I'm going to have a cast iron pan, a little cast iron skillet on top of the grate. This is what I'm going to be making the sauce on. All the leaves coming down. We're going to be frying the pork patty here in the peanut oil. You can use whatever oil you want. And then these are just basically warming stations. If this gets a little too hot, I'll pull it over here. And I'm also going to toast the buns right here. Now, Alessandro's sauce is basically extra virgin olive oil, some ricotta cheese, some spinach, a little salt, a little pepper. This is where he was kind of asking for me to mix it up a little bit, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of add my own little spin on his sauce. So first thing I'm going to do is add a little extra virgin olive oil. This is more or less for flavor because I'm adding some bacon that I've chopped up. I want to get this bacon all nice and crisped up. All right, the bacon's getting nice and crisp. Now, we've got a lot of salt going on with the bacon. We're going to have a lot of salt with the cheese that's going in here. And the spinach is fairly bitter. So I have some Granny Smith apples that I've diced up. I want a little bit of a texture thing and also sweeten it up a bit. All right, the apples are getting about where I want them. Now I have some chopped up spinach. Throw in there. Let's cook this down a little bit. Spinach is looking good. Again, I want to add a little bit more sweet just to kind of counter that bitterness. Put some honey in here, and it's, I don't know, probably about a teaspoon of honey. Now, like I said, Alessandro used ricotta cheese. I'm going kind of local here. You know, San Diego, we have a big Mexican food influence. And one of my favorite cheeses for sauces and such is called Oaxaca cheese. It comes from Oaxaca, Mexico. extremely creamy and very mild. And I have some right here. And there we go, guys. What do you think? I'm going to go ahead and set this off to the side, and we're going to get this burger cooking now. All right, so again, I have that breaded pork patty. I'm going to go ahead and carefully lay it in this oil. Now, Alejandro pan-fried his. I'm just going more of a deep fry on mine. Meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get the buns down. I have these buttered buns. He used the sesame seed bun. That's what I'm using. Just want to get a nice toast. All right, patty's done. I'm going to go ahead and place this on some paper towels, let it drain a little bit. All right, nice toast on the buns. We are ready to build a burger now. Let's build this Popeye. So what I'm going to do now is lay down, and this is what Alessandro does, is some speck, which is basically, it's very similar to a pancetta. It's a cured smoked pork, and it is good. Now, Alessandro uses a cheese, an Italian cheese called Grana Padano. I went to a specialty cheese store and they were out of it, but they suggested that I use Parmigiano Reggiano. It's very similar in texture and flavor, so that's what I'm going to do. Now we're going to go ahead and lay down that beautiful fried pork patty. And now it's time for the sauce. And again, Elena, Alessandro, I hope you're not mad about this, but I think it's going to be good. Hopefully you'll give it a go. And there you go, guys. The Popeye burger, straight from Italy. Looks good. Can't wait to get my teeth into this one, guys. First off, Alessandro, hats off to you, brother, for this breaded pork. That crispiness is coming through the soft hamburger bun. I mean, I've almost eaten half the hamburger off camera here. Good call on that, good call. Also that speck, that salty, smoky flavors coming through. And the cheese, good touch. I hope you'll give my version of the sauce a try, or at least kind of, sort of. The bacon pancetta would be a good one. And the apples with a little honey, it just seems to balance it off because you get the bitterness from the spinach and the saltiness from the cheese. But killer job, man. Really good job. Thank you so much, Alessandro, for the suggestion. Elena, cheers. Cheers, guys. See you in the next video.